Devin, I've decided that the world should be divided into two different kinds of people.
Yeah.
People who, when they misspell my first name, they apologize and say that they understand.
Oh.
Or people who blame it on autocorrect. Okay? I am so tired of this. Like, first name Barak, of course,
Yeah.
right? They spell it, sometimes the text will come through and they'll say the misspelling, Barack.
Right.
And like, I don't want to be associated with that guy.
No.
I don't like that guy.
No.
Okay? But it's just a bad misspelling.
You're
And
not
they
a
know-
C, you're an A.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know what my spelling is, and
Right.
and a lot of times they'll respond by saying, stupid autocorrect. And I'll say, you know what? If I had $1 for
Yeah.
every time somebody blamed autocorrect, instead
Yeah.
of taking it as a responsibility of themselves to check their texts,
Right.
then I would be literally maybe not a millionaire, but pretty damn close.
Well, so this is happening with people who actually know you.
Yeah.
Your friends
Yeah,
and
yeah.
family, not
Oh, even my siblings.
your siblings.
Yeah, they did it a while ago, and I said, listen, my siblings should spell my name correctly. Okay.
I know
And
where
by the
you
way,
live.
my
Yeah.
spelling is not only the correct spelling, but it's the most common spelling.
I did not know that.
The Obama's spelling is wacky. I've never seen it like that.
Yeah.
But now that becomes the standard because, of course, as it turns out, people know him better than I do, than they know me. It's weird, but it's true.
Yeah.
You heard it here first on the Barak
I've
podcast.
known so many Husseins who are upset with them too because
Anyway, I just what is it about that? So you send a text,
yeah.
and don't you proofread your texts? Don't blame it on autocorrect. That's lazy.
Yeah.
Because you can do a long text and you assume that everything there is said correctly.
Right.
I mean, there are things that just don't make sense. I know you check it,
Yeah.
but you don't bother with the Barak part of it. Okay. So, j'accuse is what I say. J'accuse. Two different kinds of people.
Yeah.
This is it. Okay? Don't be one of those people. All right. I got that off my chest. Did you know that Trump has issued an executive order
Yeah.
demanding that we now criminalize the burning, desecration of the American flag?
I have heard that.
That's true.
Yeah.
And I'm happy about that. I
Yeah.
think it makes sense. There is no reason why we can't carve an exception to the First Amendment. I used to be gung-ho about that. I thought, okay, yeah, this is an ultimate expression. But look, the reality is that we have time, place, and manner restrictions for a lot of kinds of speech.
Right.
And I was saying this on Fox News. I appeared on Fox News on Monday.
Nice.
And
yeah.
with the Will Kane show, he was so great.
I love Will Kane.
He's
That guy is
awesome.
amazing.
Awesome.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway, and we talked about it, and I said, look, the fact is that we do have restrictions. And I always give this example. If you, let's say you love Trump,
Yeah.
and you want to express your love for him, and you go in a private street at 2:00 in the morning,
Right.
With one of these one-man band things where there's a drum and there's a harmonica and there's a guitar that you're playing at the same time, and you say, I love Trump, I love Trump. Okay?
Yeah.
And then they arrest you. Do you get to say, oh my gosh, my First Amendment rights are being violated?
Right.
No, it's you are making a racket at an inappropriate time, at an inappropriate location,
Yeah.
and you have an alternative to express yourself.
Right.
So we call it TPM, time, place, and manner restrictions
Right.
in the first, for the First Amendment. Why can't this be similar? Why do you have to burn the American flag to express your contempt for America?
Right.
Okay, you can say America sucks. You can a whole bunch of words, F America, whatever it is. Okay, you say that, and you are protected. But burning the American flag, that triggers the possibility of inciting a riot.
Yeah.
And I think it's not a bad point. Okay, now he's going to run afoul of the cases on this point. I believe it was Texas versus Taylor.
Yeah.
Texas versus United States, whatever it was.
Yeah.
Okay. There are two cases that are kind of close in time to each other, but basically allowing people to burn and desecrate the American flag as a form of First Amendment expression.
Right.
It's weird that people really want to push this,
Yeah.
meaning to burn the American flag. You can do something else, but they really think that so long as you're doing something horrible to the American flag, that immunizes you for whatever other criminal act might be associated with that, right?
They really do. It's a protection.
It's weird.
Yeah.
It's weird. So I gave the example on the Will Kane show.
Yeah.
And I said, well, if you this actually happened where a woman was carrying an Israeli flag.
Yeah.
And they grabbed it and they tried to, choke her with the Israeli flag.
Oh my God.
So change it to the American flag.
Yeah.
Would you get to say then, oh, I was just expressing my contempt for America by trying to strangle this woman, right? No,
Yeah.
you wouldn't get immunity for that.
Right.
Okay. So that's kind of an obvious one, but burning the flag as saying how much you hate it. Well, can't you just say you hate it?
Yeah.
Can't you just have a placard saying America, go to hell, or whatever it is, whatever your contemptuous phrases is? That would be okay I think you're disgusting, but from a First Amendment point of view, yeah, you're free.
Right.
And by the way, I have good bona fides on this.
Yeah.
Because when the Nazis marched in Skokie, Illinois,
Yep.
the Jewish community, and I'm proud of that, said, no, they have a right to express themselves. Okay, and they didn't do anything violent.
Right.
One could argue, well, that's causing, inciting riots and such like that. But they didn't. They didn't say, let's go kill those Jews. They were just spouting off their idiotic statements, and nobody.
Yeah.
And then they just eventually petered out, and they were nothing. And that's exactly the right thing.
Right.
So I have my bona fides on this. Okay?
Right.
Now, why is Trump doing this? Why
Yeah.
now? I think it might very well be that he just wants to get the Libbies, as I like to call them these days, the Libbies all agitated,
Right.
and get them to start burning American flags.
Possibly. Yeah.
And the videos will roll.
Yeah.
They'll say, we told you so. These people hate America.
Yeah.
Right? And they can go to the ACLU and they can file lawsuits. I want to, but it's a trap.
Right.
Liberals.
Yeah.
Like in The Empire Strikes Back. That's a trap.
I also have actually a theory about this.
Please.
Those guys in the pickup truck, I think it was even Florida, who drove over a Pride crosswalk, left some tire marks, and they got prosecuted and actually doing. Have you heard that?
Yes, I thought it was in D.C. No?
D.C. Maybe it was in D.C. and then
I'm not
probably
100%
D.C.
sure.
But if you have, if you burn a Pride flag,
Right.
you actually will do time. And I think he's bringing attention. Okay, so are we allowing that? Because there's some hypocrisy, sir.
You don't say. All right. So here we have, this is always fun to talk about, where you have this is Harry Enton talking about the collapse of the Democrat Party yet again. Right. This is not the first time he's done it. So take a listen.
Democratic brand right now has about the appeal with the American voter as the Cracker Barrel rebrand has with the American consumers. Bad, bad, bad. What are you doing? Oh, my goodness gracious. What are we talking about?
Yeah. What are you doing?
Right.
That's exactly right. Now, they might be going too far with the Cracker Brand rebrand. I'm like, no, hey, listen, they're going too far. That was crazy.
That's not that far. That's
But but there's something to that.
Yeah.
It's like you wonder, why are you doing it? It's not, I mean, where I disagree with Harry, as we love to affectionately call him. I'm just kidding. This is the first time I'm saying that.
Yeah.
Where I disagree with him is that I don't think it's a rebrand. They're just a doubling down,
right.
If you like, but not a rebrand. And these people don't seem to understand that these 80-20 issues mean that they're going to lose on these 80-20 issues. So you wonder why were they doing it in the first place? And I have a theory on this. So it's a little bit, first of all, let's talk about all the issues that in order for them to kind of come back from the fold, they would have to, talk about the transgender stuff, and no longer talk about transgender stuff, no longer back them in the sense of like, we must force them to be able to go into girls' locker rooms and play in sports and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Then there's the crime thing.
Yeah.
Then there's the border thing, then the high taxes thing, the racism thing. Everything is racist, right?
Right.
What do they call it? Reparations thing.
Oh, God.
It's just too much work.
Yeah.
For them to climb out of this. They've dug this hole, and what's the theory of holes, right? Stop digging.
Right. first step,
they're so far down that I don't know that they can really climb back up, and they would have to reinvent themselves, and rebranding and all that stuff. I mean, they haven't tried to rebrand. They have to rebrand.
Yeah.
They have to say, they literally have to say, going back to Cracker Barrel maybe, is to say, look, to their credit, they said, we made a mistake.
Yeah.
We'll go back to what's his name? Uncle whatever, Uncle
No,
Sylvester. I don't know what his name is. I don't frequent the place. I respect it. I think it's great.
Yeah.
But they're going back to their roots on this, and that's probably what they need to do. And the Democrat Party, I don't like their roots in the beginning because I think their roots are slavery oriented.
Yeah.
But they, at the very least, they can pretend to be the Democrats of the 70s and 80s, and to a lesser extent the 90s. They can try that.
Right.
But to get there, they're so far gone.
Yeah.
It's I said last week, it's, they've gone like Hansel and Gretel into the forest, but they don't have the breadcrumbs anymore. They don't know, they wouldn't know how to get back. Right?
I love that metaphor, because Hansel and Gretel also were put in the oven, and they're actually, they might even be that far where it's like, bye-bye, you guys don't have a chance,
I think they had a plan, Devin.
Yeah.
Ultimately, because it's so absurd. All these things all at the same time.
Right.
The plan was to undermine America.
Yes.
And they could do it if the plan was to bring in as many illegals into America, and they would vote, and they would count the census. It was a big diabolical plan. There's no doubt about that was the plan.
Brutal.
Yeah. And then to undermine America in different ways so that people wouldn't get married, because they know that people who are single tend to vote more Democrat.
Right.
And so on. And don't have kids, although that was a mistake, because the more kids you have, the more conservative you are, the more kids, more conservatives. And that's what's happening with Gen Z. I think there's a silent issue right there. And we talked about this before. But their plan was to undermine America.
Yeah.
And I think in November of 24, they were discovered.
Yeah.
Their whole plan came out. A little bit like Fredo getting caught backstabbing Michael in Godfather 2, right? Like,
so that election was a kiss, and I knew it was you.
I knew it was you. I knew it was you. You so hurt me. Whatever I said, I don't know what he said.
You broke my heart.
You broke my heart. That's what it was. Yeah. And I think that's what a lot of Democrats are feeling. You broke my heart.
Yeah.
And what's happening now is that Democrats are responding so aggressively to Trump. And they don't know how to scratch their heads and say, gosh, you think maybe we ought to change. That is not in their vocabulary for now.
Right.
Harrington says correctly, Democrats, what are you doing? That's the line that he said.
Yeah.
Right? So instead, they go on the stump and they say these other crazy things. Let me take you there.
Just resist Donald Trump. Take a listen.
We have one side led by a dictator-in-chief who's decided to throw these values into the dustbin of history.
That this administration is whipping up these unnecessary crises to distract from the real world.
Think of how easy it would be to be a damn Republican. Oh, what should I wear today? This stupid freaking red hat. What should I say today? I don't know. Just make sure it's cruel. Who do we listen to? That guy. Oh, the felon in the White House? Yeah, listen to him and that will be fine.
Okay, so that was, by the way, Ken Martin, the DNC chair, Amy Klobuchar, and of course Tim Walz from Minnesota. That's a clip, by the way, from Fox News. A nice clip. And that was a speech at DNC. And look how they're talking. They're still angry. Not one time does anyone say we really need to reevaluate ourselves.
Right.
Are we really meeting the needs of the American people? And the answer is no.
No.
We need to talk about compassion, whatever it might be. Making sure millionaires pay their fair share. Okay, fine. You can kind of pay lip service to those nonsensical things, but it's not the collapse of society as you would about saying that everyone should be able to have, cut off their penises and breasts, at the age of 12. It's crazy. Yeah. So they don't. That's the thing that fascinates me about that, and I think they are doing it. This is why they're so aggressive, because they really don't want to go there. It's like the alcoholic that you are telling him, Bobby, you've got a problem and you need to stop drinking.
And they do not want to.
And they don't want to hear it. And they say, no, you're the problem. You're drinking too much.
Yeah.
You don't know me. as And they say it as they're drunk, for that matter.
Exactly.
And the Democrat Party is drunk on their own issues.
Yeah.
Now, I will say about Tim Walz, he's right about something in that little clip.
Really?
Yeah, he's right.
Yeah.
Here's what it is. He's right that it's how easy it is to be a Republican.
Yeah.
You know what? He's right.
Yeah.
It is easy.
Yeah.
You, Democrats, have made it easy for us.
Yeah.
We just show the mirror to the American people of what the Democrats are up for.
Right.
This is what they believe.
Yeah.
The immigration thing, the open borders, the high crime, the high taxes, the communism, from Mandani. Okay.
Yeah.
It is easy. Yes, thank you very much. All we have to do is to say we love America.
Yeah.
We believe in unleashing the power of America, individuality, a love of God. That's a beautiful thing that Tim Walz said. He's right. It is easy to be a conservative.
Right.
And we are appealing to the rest of America that is realizing, you know what? If we just do the great things that America has always done in the past, we'll be great again.
Yeah.
You might even say there's a slogan in there: "Make America something something again."
I think you're onto something. I think that might work. Yeah.
I'm going to offer to Trump and see if
Make
he
America
because something cool again, awesome again. I don't know. We'll figure this out later on.
Yeah.
We're taking ideas, folks.
This is why I think what you said is so right on. Is in a way Republicans have God, and so we can say this worked in history, this didn't work. If it doesn't work now, why? What variable are we missing? They're locked in a belief system.
Yes.
Trans rights, gay rights, immigration, illegal immigration, so good. And it's a belief system.
Yeah.
And so they can't say, oh, well, maybe less immigration or maybe, no, it has to be complete open borders because it's a complete belief system.
Yeah, that's right. It's either or. It always has been and probably always will be for them.
Yeah.
So we'll see. We'll see. Otherwise, if we did follow the Democrat policies, it would lead to the collapse of America altogether. Yeah. We're not on a good track even as it is, but I'm hopeful things can be great again. And I think we really are on this track.
Great again.
There you go.
Great again. But I forgot the first part. Okay. So great. something great again.
People, that was totally spontaneous, organic, if you will. Make America great again.
Oh, you remembered? Yes.
There you go.
Yes.
It's so simple.
I think we figured something out.
And you're welcome, America.
We're going to trademark it tonight.
So as you know, Trump has sent in the troops to quell the crime in Washington, D.C.
Yeah.
And it's been very successful.
Nice.
Trump here at the Oval Office talking to Stephen Miller about the successes of what we've been seeing.
Please say a few words.
Thank you, sir. So just to, first of all, follow up on what the Vice President said, no police officer working in the city can remember a time in their lives when there has been no murders. You can work at the police department for 20 years, 30 years, your whole life. We've checked the records. No one can even find a record of being murder-free for as long as we've been murder-free under President Trump's leadership. Additionally, and the President spoke about this before, we've uncovered, in the process of uncovering, a massive scandal in Washington, D.C. with the doctoring of crime stats. And the Department of Justice, under the Attorney General, is leading the effort to uncover this. But when we ultimately share the results, it will stun you. The extent to which, even though D.C. had the worst crime in America, honestly measured, it dramatically understated how bad it was.
Okay, so you're getting a lot of interesting points there.
Yeah.
And I will say, by the way, that I'm really so happy that Steve Miller, has decided to reboot himself in his career. I loved his music, although I always felt "Fly Like an Eagle" was a bit contrived.
Yeah.
Give me "Take the Money and Run." And,
that is a good song.
Yeah, "Smoking in the Boys' Room." That was a
my
good times.
favorite line, my favorite lyric ever in music is, "I really love your peaches. I want to shake your tree," which is Steve Miller. But the remake I like better.
Anyway.
Don't know what it means, but I'm sure.
But it's just good to see him still in the soup, still getting it out there.
Still in the soup.
Anyway, so his point about we're now finding out information. First of all, it's fantastic. No murderers. Look, eventually there will be one, God forbid, but there it is. It's going to happen. It's never going to be zero forever. But the fact that in 14 days there's not been one murder, and when they had so many. I think it was like 150, and it was the murder capital of the country.
Yeah.
But now here we are with just all this quelling of violence. It's fantastic, and that's to say nothing about the lowering of the other crimes, robbery and rape and everything else. That's fantastic. So people are beginning to say, you know what, maybe I'll go to Baltimore. Maybe I'll go somewhere else to commit my crimes.
Yeah.
So anyway, but people are fighting this. You know, they don't even ask why they're fighting it. It gets silly when you are against the president just for the sake of being against the president.
Right.
You end up taking ridiculous positions, such as, I'm for crime.
Yeah.
It's just funny.
Yeah.
Now, the other point that he mentioned, which I was going to touch upon, was that they're now uncovering all this information that they lied about the statistics before to make it appear that the crime ain't all that bad. You're crazy for thinking that it's that bad.
Oh, man.
But what happens when we find out that they did lie about it in order to justify this? The unraveling or whatever, the opening of the curtain, as we're talking about, it's not just the, discovering it's a little man behind the curtain. It's discovering some really ugly monsters behind the curtain.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of Democrats, especially the young ones, are beginning to say, this is really awful.
Yeah.
And I think it's cooler to be with Trump, the winner. And people don't realize that.
Right.
So on top of all this, the way that Trump is actually playing everyone, and he really is, he's playing very well.
Yeah.
There's a sense that here's a man that gets things done.
Yeah.
Okay, now a leader is a leader. And it's intangible, it's inchoate, right? You can't quite touch what it means to be a leader, but you just kind of know it. And that's what we have in Trump. People give him the power that he has because he's so successful. He achieves things.
Right.
And success feeds upon itself. It's a virtuous cycle. And it's like a lawyer or anybody else. The more success he has, the more people get referred to him because, Billy Bob was a successful lawyer in my case, and I think you can be it. And next thing you know, he gets a very good reputation. It's even more so with Trump. There's a magnetism about him that just says, it oozes, I get things done. And when I promise something, I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
And I'm going to succeed at it probably 95% of the time. At the very least, I will try. I won't just promise and do the opposite. I'll promise and actually do it.
Right.
Now, whether I succeed in it, God willing, I will, but he probably will.
Yeah.
And I saw that the first time when he moved the embassy from Tel Aviv to Jerusalem, I said, this is a special man. I really, really enjoyed that. And I saw it time and time again. And now he's more effective as a second term president than he's ever been.
Yeah.
It's wonderful to see.
Yeah.
So I like this. Last week, by the way, we spoke about Hillary nominating Trump for the Peace Prize if he were to succeed in the Ukraine-Russia peace.
And she always follows through on her word.
Always.
Yes, honest woman. Yeah.
She is truly honest, and that's why I didn't vote for her.
Yeah.
Anyway, so you've got that, and she kind of kept a little thing to the side where she says, well, if he doesn't cave into Putin, but whatever, let's see what happens. Because whatever it is, it means caving into Putin.
Yeah.
But why didn't she not also include the successes that he's had with Pakistan and India, the other countries, the Abraham Accords, the hostage releases? Who among Nobel Peace Prize winners has done more than Trump has done? Even close.
Yeah.
Here's what he brokered. Okay, Trump. I'm just reading from a list. The Israel UAE recognition, Israel Bahrain, Israel Sudan, Israel Morocco, Armenian Azerbaijan peace agreement. That was very recently, like a month ago.
I didn't even hear about that, thank God.
It's a huge success.
It's been going on since its first term. Yeah.
Cambodia, Thailand. That's where you got the monks praising him and proposing to nominate him that we played the clip of. India, Pakistan, there was a ceasefire, although some people are, questioning whether or not he was involved. But let's face it, he was there in the background, one way or the other.
Oh, yeah.
Like when Trump says, I think you guys might want to create a peace.
Right.
They're going to be incentivized to do that.
Yeah.
Then there's DRC, the Congo, the Democratic Republic of Congo, and Rwanda. Peace agreement achieved. Egypt, Ethiopia, tensions were eased, and Israel, Iran, the total de-escalation of that, and completely destroyed the nuclear facilities. So these are really great things that he's achieved, and no one's giving him the credit.
No.
If this were a Democrat president, he would be lauded. I would laud him.
Right.
But of course, there's no such president. This is the problem for the Democrats.
Yeah.
There's never been a president like Trump.
Right.
Ever. And I'm including in my comparison Ronald Reagan. I think Ronald Reagan was awesome. I'd be certainly happy to have another Ronald Reagan.
Right.
But we've got way beyond Ronald Reagan here. Ronald Reagan still cared about what people thought.
Oh, yeah.
He was careful with his words. He was very quick on his feet.
Yeah.
And that's part of what made him a great leader. He knew how to ease tensions. He had a quick wit that's great and got people to kind of enjoy. And he was somebody who was able to bring people together.
Right.
And I respect that. He was one of my favorite. He's my second favorite president now. Trump is my first.
Yeah.
And the difference between Ronald Reagan and Trump is that Trump doesn't give a damn what you think. There's no other president that couldn't give a flying rat's ass about what you think.
Yeah.
That really is maybe the essence of his difference.
And we saw that moment on camera in a small campaign trail in Pennsylvania where you saw in his eyes, he no longer cares.
That's true.
That was
He
the
really
end
doesn't
of
care.
it. And it's beautiful.
Man.
If they never did that, it would have been a different presidency.
Totally agree. Agree. All right, your boy Kilmore Abrego.
Oh, such
he
a
was
great
detained, and it looks like he's going to Uganda, which I understand is very nice this time of year.
Oh, yeah. It's very city. There's not that many, elephants and giraffes and stuff.
Everyone is up in arms about it. You know who particularly is up in arms about it?
Who?
The left.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Everyone. Oh, the poor little sex trafficker.
Oh,
Won't
yeah.
someone think of the MS-13 gang members?
He's going to have to reestablish himself in Uganda as a sex trafficker.
What a schmuck.
man.
This man is evil.
Yeah.
To put the tragedy is his wife beating is the least of his negatives.
Yeah.
That's the amazing thing. If you and I knew a friend, a guy who was beating his wife, we would say he's an evil man, and he would be. We don't want to talk to him anymore. And, discovering that he actually beat his wife.
Yeah.
But that's the least of what this schmuck has done in his life.
Yeah.
He's trafficked children.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, this is very cute. As Babylon Bee has reported, this is it says, human trafficker of people to other countries objects to being trafficked to another country. That's exactly.
Yeah.
They really call out the hypocrisy.
Yeah.
The ironies as well.
Oh, yeah.
But that's very true.
Yeah.
So I'm very happy about this. And he was offered, if he just pled guilty, to go to Costa Rica, where he'd be basically a free man to roam. He couldn't leave Costa Rica.
Yeah.
But it was his to exploit as he pleased. But no, I guess he wants to go to Uganda. And then he says, his lawyers say, he doesn't know the language. How we get by. Well, guess what? The language of Uganda is English.
They were colonized by the British people.
That's right. Those British people.
Doesn't understand
the colonizers.
British.
Yeah.
What's a kippa? I don't know.
But he doesn't want to say Q and lorry
Yeah.
and flat instead of apartment.
He doesn't want to do OU for color. No.
No. That is a line he will not cross.
No.
Center with RE instead of ER.
Yeah.
Or Barak with CK instead of K. Anyway, I digress. I guess I'm overemphasizing that point. I'm still burned up about that.
We got to send him to Gitmo if he had to see to Barak.
Oh, yes.
No, you're
that
done,
is
man.
very done.
There's a line, sir.
I don't like such people. Anyway, Abrego, I gotta say, he's, what a schmuck.
Yeah.
What's interesting about it is that they really feel that they're doing something, that they're fighting so hard for this.
Yeah.
And on the language thing, he's been in America. I don't know if he speaks, apparently he needs a translator, at least that's what they make it look like.
Yeah.
But he's been here. The Maryland man, don't forget, Maryland father.
Maryland father.
He's been doing just fine in English-speaking America.
Right.
It's like, it reminds me of Caveman Lawyer in Saturday Night Live, right? I'm just a caveman lawyer. Your ways confuse and frighten me. So I was kind of expecting him to come out with that.
Yeah.
But no, that would be too rich for me. So I just think it's really awesome. It looks like he's going to go to Uganda, and may he rot in hell after that.
Yeah.
So Trump's DOJ is also increasing the bounty for Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro.
Ooh.
And the United States Navy destroyers are being deployed off the coast of that certain Latin American country.
Interesting. Yeah.
So as a criminal.
Yeah.
And look, we did this with, what's his name? Oh, my
Noriega.
gosh. Noriega
Right? Yeah.
in Panama.
In Panama, yeah.
And we took him, and, that was great. Why can't we do that with Maduro?
It would be so nice to free those people. They are starving. He literally calls it the Maduro diet is starving to death.
Yes.
That's his
exactly
little
right.
joke. He's that crazy.
It is amazing how he's managed to take out the humanity of people there.
Yeah.
And giving them these horrific Hobbesian choices where, for example, a mother will have to tell one of her daughters, I have to sell you off.
Wait, oh,
yeah.
God.
Just because she can't take care of them. I have to sell you.
Thing. Oh, no.
So sometimes to the sex trafficking, it's just one of those things. I mean, she's got 5 other kids to take care of, and she's got to deal with the 6th one, and the 6th one, well, she's got to make a choice. I'm not saying it's good. What do you do
beyond
when you have
evil,
no?
yeah.
It's beyond evil. And then you see the government. I saw this video where this guy from the government, presumably, was throwing bread pieces to this crowd, and the video is coming from somebody up high in an apartment building.
Yeah.
So you saw it. All the people down below were smaller, just because of the distance.
Yeah.
And the way the people ran to that bread, it looked exactly, not a little bit exactly like pigeons.
Yeah.
When you throw some bread in the park.
Yeah.
Watch what happens and they fight each other, and they just scramble, and they're on top of each other, and that's what happened. And then, of course, the Maduro diet, as you say, generally speaking, they're just suffering.
Yeah.
So don't we have an obligation of sorts? If we have that power, and it's not, Noriega was just a criminal, who was a thug in other ways. Maduro is starving his own people.
Yeah.
I don't know if Noriega starved his people.
No, actually,
Maduro is, and he's in bed with the cartels.
Yeah.
So what's wrong with this? Get him.
Yeah.
Put him in prison.
Yeah.
And let Venezuela thrive as it had done before first guy, before Maduro. Chevara? No.
Yeah. They had that. It was like a Frankenstein-headed guy.
Yeah.
I remember that
Churro
guy.
or something.
Yeah. Something like that.
Anyway,
Bengali
and it was a very bad guy.
Yeah.
So I'm happy about this. I'm
Yeah.
really happy about it. This is, again, leadership in action. And you just know if you're Maduro, your days are numbered.
And I will just say, I agree with you, but I want to add to it with DC and with Venezuela, it's humanity in action.
Yeah.
It's leadership because it's based on humanity of saving people's lives.
You're so right about this.
Yeah.
I love it. Look, and if we don't save these lives, if we don't take civilization seriously and want to defend it, that's exactly what Trump is doing. Then bad things happen. And going back to the leadership, because I want to show you a clip speaking about the end of civilization. Trump, the leadership that he exhibits, we've been talking a lot about that today. You and I love to talk deeply about analysis and why people react the way they do.
Yeah.
I think they're so terrified of Trump. They call him the felon. I think Tim Waltz says that felon in the White House. And by the way, that felon in the White House, you mean the verdict that was reversed in part and is going to be reversed in full soon? Yeah. That felon? Oh, okay, cool. The one that nobody's talking about, everyone knows was a damnable lie.
Completely.
Right? It was all lawfare. So you guys are proud of that and call him a felon, and you thought that would work. It didn't work.
Nope.
Okay, Fredo? Okay,
Yeah.
that's what it's all about. So they know that people are viewing him as a real leader.
Yeah.
They can't do anything about it. They are terrified of him.
Yeah.
So that is why they must do what they're doing.
Yeah.
Okay. They really do want the collapse of civilization. Make no mistake.
Oh yeah.
And that will feed into them. That will make the the wealthy class less wealthy. It'll make them dependent on the government. Everyone has to step in line. Our freedoms are at stake. But it's a power grab. It always has been a power grab by the Democrats.
Yeah.
But take a listen to, and this is the reason why I wanted to play this clip, is I wanted to show you what the world might look like. Now, here is a clip, you may have heard about this, about a 14-year-old girl in Scotland who was threatened by a Muslim man.
Yeah.
And he decided to film it. This is his video, the Muslim man, because she pulled out a machete and an axe also.
Yeah.
And so just play it out. Here you go.
You don't dare!
Yes, you have a knife.
You don't dare fucking drop it! You're fucking bad and
Why are you fucking with us?
These are fucking kid bashers!
Show the knife. Show the knife.
Get
Show
the
the knife.
fuck away from us!
Show the knife. Show the knife.
Don't touch it!
That's it. That's it. Show the knife.
Don't touch my little sister!
Show the knife. That's it.
Don't fucking touch my little sister! She ain't fucking 12! Wait until I fucking catch you!
Okay, all I can say is somebody raised these girls right.
Yep.
I'm so proud of the father, and I'm proud of these girls, because you know that this father told them, here's a knife, here's machete. If anybody of these bastards approach you, you just show them this, and they'll back off. Okay?
Yeah.
And good for him. Now, and they were arrested. They were threatened with sexual assault.
Wait,
and
the girls were arrested?
The girls were arrested.
UK is that corrupt?
That is what's happening in
You
Scotland.
defend yourself from getting
Right.
violated as a child, and you get arrested.
Talk about a Hobbesian choice, right? So
Yeah.
either you let yourself get raped, God knows what else, or you go to jail.
Yeah.
You know, it's a bad choice, right? It's obvious. But this is the kind of dystopian world. It feels like Mad Max. Like these girls have to learn how to defend themselves.
Yeah.
And it shouldn't be this way. These girls, I respect them, but they have to be as masculine as possible right now.
Yeah.
You know, we need girls to be girls because the world is a better place when we have girls as girls. But I love that they can defend themselves. I love that they stood up for themselves. And I wish I could defend them, you know, in Scotland somehow.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just an amazing thing what's happening now.
It's so crazy. And if you're on social media in England and you complain about it, you get thrown in prison.
Yes.
Not the violators of young children, poor young children.
Oh,
it's the people who complain.
Yeah.
It's heartbreaking.
It's heartbreaking, and we're just going to see it more and more, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So I don't know what to say, Devin. It's it's tough to hear these stories. There was one other story I wanted to bring up, but I don't think we have enough time. But it's strong stuff.
Yeah.
That Trump is bringing. I think America is really feeling excited about America again.
Yeah.
It's not just the tariffs. It's not just solidifying the border. It's not just reducing crime and increasing police presence. It's a sense that the grown-ups are back in charge, and we're doing what needs to be done.
Yeah.
All within the Constitution. Surprise. Yeah. And it's because we're protecting the Constitution that great things are happening again.
Yeah.
And I'm excited about that.
It is exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, folks. Well, that's all we have for today. But I'm so excited about where we're going. We're going to see what's going to happen as the future unfolds with the Russia-Ukraine peace deal. I think maybe by next week we'll get some sort of movement there.
Oh, nice.
That would be nice. I'm excited about things happening in Israel. I think Israel's going to kick some butt in Gaza. And great things are beginning to happen.
Yeah.
And Trump said, by the way, on Gaza speaking, I don't mean to derail, but he said, it's time to let Israel do what it needs to do.
Yeah.
And they know best on the ground. Good.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That's the way to do it.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
All right, folks. Barak Lurie signing off saying, God bless, be strong, and we'll talk with you next week.